junkies out there, I invite you to spend some time with me. I'm Johnny Allen, and this is the Johnny Allen Podcast Show. Hey, and the show does start now. I am your host, Johnny Allen. This is the Johnny Allen Podcast / Videocast Show. Hey, it's another Friday Eve. I call them Thursdays Friday Eves, December the 12th, 2019. Anyway, it's hard to believe. And before we go any further, guys, listen, if you watched me last week, I told you I was out of hot water. Okay, guess what? Still out of hot water. Oh, man. I hope to get it fixed tomorrow. This is just the craziest thing that I've ever encountered. I've had the plumbers out like 3 times. And they had a hard time finding where the leak was, and then sent another guy, and it's just been a mess. But right before Christmas too. But that's just that's life, and that's how it goes. And hopefully, well, like I said, I have hot water tomorrow because I've been living like my buddy Sean James in the cabin, man, heating it up over the fire or the stove rather, and doing it the old-fashioned way, washing up. But anyway, I hope you're having a great week this week. It has been cold here in Indiana. Winter is what, in 2 weeks? And it's hard to believe that 2 weeks from now it's going to be Christmas as well. Temperature in Indiana right now, I'll let you guys know, it's 30 degrees and cloudy, okay? That's what's going on here. It's cold here, but it is December. At least we haven't had any major snow yet. They were talking like we were going to have major snow this weekend. It's not going to happen now. They changed the plan. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys are having a good Thursday Eve. Like I said, I hope you like the new intro too. I'm gearing the show up. We're changing, and if you don't see me for a couple of weeks, I will be back at the first of the year. May not be doing the podcast for the next couple of weeks. Got family coming in this time next week. They'll be in a week. I got some stuff coming up right at New Year's. I may do a New Year's Eve podcast. I probably will, or right around New Year's. So you probably won't see me next week, guys. If you don't, hey, have a great Christmas. And happy and safe holidays and all that good jazz. I do hope the best for you guys. All right, we're going to switch over right now, and we're going to talk about, I'm going to do a little news headlines. This is funny, okay? ABC News. All right. I don't have any preferences, rather, on the news channels I listen to. I just pull one up at random. ABC News. Okay, this is going to floor you guys, right? This is just going to astound you, right? That this is the headlines for today, right? So be prepared because, man, this is breaking news, right? House Judiciary Committee to debate articles of impeachment against Trump. That's, wow, headlines, big news, right? All right, the House is trying to impeach the president. Yes, I'm being a little sarcastic because it's old news, guys. How long has this been going on? Like I said, I'm not a political show, but this is crazy. It's been going on and on and on. To be quite honest with you, I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing about it. Either impeach him and get it over with, or just drop it. One of the two. I don't care. And I listened to Bill O'Reilly today on his little podcast show he has now. And like I said, I don't endorse Bill O'Reilly. Everybody talk about it. I don't endorse him. I don't say I like him. I don't like him. Just people I listen to once in a while. Okay. So anyway, Bill O'Reilly said, you know what? He basically said this. He said, hey, it's a waste of time because the Senate, is going to just say, the House rather than the Senate, just going to say, yeah, we're not going to go for it. We're not going to impeach the president. So it's a waste of. What I'm trying to say is, he said it's a waste of taxpayers' money, which I've been saying that all along. And he says, if you don't like the president next year, vote him out. I've been saying that too. If you don't like Trump, vote him out. Why spend all this money right now and trying to impeach him and force the issue if you don't like him to simply vote him out? It would save the taxpayers a hell of a lot of money. And I feel like there's bigger fish to fry. Let's just say, okay, yeah, whatever with the president. Let the people decide next November. And let's just go on with agendas and things that we need to do to fix our country and real issues that are going on with our country, okay? We've had some terrorism stuff going on, lately. We had a big shooting in Pensacola, Florida at a naval base. I've been there several times. My son was there, A school. It was a Saudi trainee, okay? Hearing several stories about how that happened. Supposedly he was teased about having a porn star mustache. That made him mad. He went off the rails. So you shoot people for that. I don't know. I feel like that's not the way to handle it. But some people, if that's true, some people just don't know how to handle their emotions. Okay, we got to fix stuff like that that's going on in the world. There's a lot of violence, a lot of theft and crime going on in this planet, on this world, in this planet, here in the United States, whatever, all over the place. We just basically need to concentrate on fixing that stuff. Let's continue to work on the economy. I mean, there's just, like I said, there's more things that I feel that are more important than trying to get rid of somebody like President Trump. I mean, if he did something really, really, really super, super duper bad, which they haven't proved yet, yeah, impeach him by all means. They haven't seen that yet. They've seen a few things, and I just think that I just don't think it's a big enough deal to where, we should waste our time on that. Like I said, if you don't like President Trump, just vote him out. Vote him out. Vote him out. That's it. Vote him out. Save our money. Man, that's the one thing. It's costing us a lot of money. You guys are probably wondering what I'm doing over here. It's a cold night, and I'm stirring some chicken noodle soup. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold, so this is the way to get rid of it. I think it's because, you know what? I've been washing with cold and lukewarm water that I've been heating up in pans and throwing in my tub for the last almost 2 weeks now. So come on, plumbers, let's get this thing fixed. If I was retired, I would fix it myself. I just don't have the time to do it. But as long as it's been taking to do this, I almost feel like I could have gotten this thing fixed. But anyway, enough of my woes. Like I said, I hope you guys have a nice Christmas. Hey, the show is changing the beginning of next year. Whole new format, stuff coming on. Already got the new intro out there. Let me know if you like it or not. Please like and subscribe below. Hit that bell, notification bell if you're on YouTube. Again, YouTube people, don't worry. I know I took all the old videos down. I explained that last week. New videos are going up. Simple as that. Restructuring, redoing. That's it. We're improving. So that's all that's going on. Comment below. Let me know what kind of week you guys had. I'm going to get a sip of coffee. Today I'm drinking a, let's see, first of all, I got the Maker's Mark mug, which I like that. I do endorse Maker's Mark. If you're a bourbon, whiskey drinker, rather. Actually, it's bourbon in Kentucky, and it's whiskey in Tennessee. You got to ask the people that make that. It's the same thing, but you got to ask them when you go on the tours. They'll tell you why that is. But I do endorse. I like Maker's Mark. It's a nice bourbon, really nice bourbon. I also like Jameson too, but Jameson, woo, man, that really gets you going. And it gets me going anyway, and I got to be careful with that stuff. But anyway, it's a Maker's Mark mug I got down at the distillery. Nice place. I recommend highly going and checking it out. Today, the coffee. Get back to the coffee. I believe this is Dunkin' Donuts. The wife made it today, Dunkin' Donuts. But anyway, here's cheers to the holidays, guys, coming up. I'm going to kind of forget about the world stuff for 2 weeks. I'm done with all the craziness and the wackiness going on in the world for 2 weeks. So let's have a drink to forgetting about the craziness. Put politics aside. When you're visiting with family and friends over the holidays, I suggest don't talk about it. It's so divided right now. It's crazy. You look at one headline, it's like pro-Trump. Look at the other headline, get him out of here. Anyway, we'll still talk about it over the holidays. We're taking a break. And here's to, like I said, the holidays. Get your mugs out. Cheers, guys. Have a Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I personally celebrate Christmas. I like Christmas. I grew up with Christmas. I still call it Merry Christmas. I don't change anything. I'm a traditionalist. If you're not, that's fine, but I am. So it's Merry Christmas and Happy New Year coming up. I tell you what, I got some nice things planned. That's the reason why I'm kind of taking a week off. Actually, 2 weeks off of the podcast. I don't feel like I'll do one next Thursday. If I do, you guys will see it. Definitely the day after Christmas, it's a no-no. I'm not doing one. You'll see me back. And then, what's weird? It's the day after New Year's. I probably will do a New Year's one. We'll kick it off. A couple weeks after that, I feel like the new program is coming in, and we'll start having guests on the podcast. So if you're an interesting person and you'd like to be a guest on the show coming up in 2020, just comment below. Leave me a little information. Send me a message, and we'll see what we can do. Because I'm going to line some people up, interesting folks, and we'll talk about a wide variety of subjects, rather. I don't have a whole lot today, guys, because it is the holidays are coming up. I have been without hot water yet for 2 weeks. A couple things I do want to add is I am working hard on the music front. A buddy of mine has putting together with a couple other guys a new studio in Broad Ripple. I'll let you know what that is later. We went and took a tour through that Tuesday night. Very nice place. It's going to be nice. Really nice. And my brother and I are working up a show coming up next year. And I feel like I'm just going to say good things are going to happen with it. We're going to be able to have a lot of musicians discover between the two resources of my buddy that's opening up the studio and my brother and I. We're going to take a lot of the local musicians and artists, solo artists, musicians, bands, whatever. We're going to try to get them some exposure, nice exposure, decent exposure, healthy exposure, get them gigs, things of that nature, including the two bands that I'm in. Like I said, if you don't know, I'm a musician. I'm in a little cover band for fun. I call it our poker night, guys. It's our poker night. It's the hopeful band. It's some guys from the church, my brother. We play a lot of classic music. It's a cover band. It's a charity band. And then I have another band that I'm working with called the Crossroads Saints. All original band, original songwriting going on in that band. We're also going to book some gigs as well and feature all of our original music. We're currently working on a website right now. I'll put all the links at the first of the year when everything's done. If you know a musician or artist, my wife's an artist, please support the local musicians and the artists because they're struggling. And a lot of them are anyway. They just really like the kudos, So support those folks. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you keep the pets warm. If you've got pets, give them inside in this cold weather. All that good jazz that everybody talks about. Like I said, basically, we just have a good holiday season coming up. Just be safe. Don't drive crazy. Don't rip people off. Don't steal. Come on, you guys. You porch thieves out there. Leave people's gifts alone, man. They work hard for that stuff. Don't go up on somebody's porch and take their stuff. I know that the thieves don't listen to me, or if they do, they say ha 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 or whatever. I'm gonna do what I want, but really, I'm gonna preach about this thing real quick before I end this, and it's called karma. And I'm sure you guys have heard of karma. I've talked about karma in the past. And I tell you the truth, it really does happen. That's all I got to say. It really does happen. You do bad things or say bad things to people, bad things to people, it will come back to get you. It may not do it right away. It may do it right away. But eventually, karma will catch up with you. And it's happened to me several times. I've seen it happen. I've just seen it happen this week with someone I know. And I knew it was going to happen to them. And it happened sooner than later. Amazing. There's such a thing called karma. And you know what? Don't say, karma's going to come get you. If you're doing bad stuff to people, well, you're speaking the truth, but be careful because it might actually come back to get you. So just be careful what you do out there. I kind of I kind of got snappy. I was not in the best of moods because, I've been without hot water for 2 weeks almost. And the weather's cold, and I'm, doing the grind and all this stuff. And usually I don't snap at people at all. I don't believe in doing that, especially good people. I don't snap at people or get harsh with them. I got harsh with a gentleman that I really admire a lot, and he's a good guy. And I kind of snapped at him the other day. I felt so bad after that. I immediately went up to him, put my hand on his shoulder, and said, "Hey, I'm sorry about that. I was bad in doing that. That's not me. You didn't deserve what I just did to you, and I hope you accept my apology." I said, I was in the wrong for doing it. And he turned around and said, "I accept your apology. No problem, John. I understand." I said, "Yeah." I said, "There's no excuse in it, but I'm not perfect, and it does happen. And I know that none of us are perfect, but just be cognizant of how we do deal with people and relationships and in relational ships and in relational connections. How we communicate, basically. How we communicate. Communication is the key. I'm willing to work with anybody, anytime, on any kind of subject. I'm willing to flex. I'm willing to compromise. I don't get pissed off right away. I understand things happen. I'm compassionate. We should be that way as a society. Be a little compassionate, understanding, communication, help people that are really down and out when you can. That goes a long way. I think what's happening now with the society, and I talk about this a little bit because Christmas is a time of giving and stuff, but we should do it all year long. I'm not saying give, but we need to really just recognize some hardships that are going with people rather, and just try to, like I said, be cognizant of that, and make sure you don't jump to conclusions and things of that nature. Let's try to understand each other. was communicate problems. You know, if you have a problem, you don't have to keep it in all the time and have people guessing what's going on with you in your life. Don't have people guessing all the time, because not everybody's going to know what's going on with you in your life. So don't let people try to guess what's going on. Sometimes it's good to be open. I told my boss, I said, listen, I got a problem. You know, my hot water heater pipe broke underneath my slab. We're losing like 110 gallons a day. Thankfully, we shut it off as soon as we found that out. But I've been without hot water all this time. Guy came out after work. Okay, guy came out after work again twice. Okay, got a scheduled day off because it's going to take like 8 hours to fix it. 4 days ahead, I scheduled a day off, 4 days in advance. I said, hey, 4 days from now, I need a day off because of the plumbing issue. Took the day off. Guy comes out. I can't find a leak. The other guy comes out, finds the leak, but by then, it's too late to fix the thing. So I call my boss and say, listen, here's what's going on. Can I come in and work like a half a day, leave early? So I can. And she said yes. So it's just a matter of working things out. Don't think that somebody automatically knows what's going on. Communicate. Communication. Communicate thoroughly, and don't beat around the bush on what you're trying to say. Just come around and say, listen, I'm having some difficulties. I need you to help me fix this situation. And be nice. Like I said, be nice to your neighbors and be nice to your family and stuff like that. Let's flex and give. It doesn't have to be one way. It doesn't have to be your way or the highway kind of thing. Let's flex and give. Everything runs so much better if you do that, guys. It really does. I'm finding that out the older I get. I'm not letting people walk on me, but we can flex and we can compromise, and we can have a little grace on people. And when you mess up, acknowledge it when you mess up. When you harp at somebody or you snap at somebody, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. If someone's really excited about a project, says, hey, listen, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Don't say, well, why are you waiting 2 weeks to do it? You should do it now. You don't have to always respond. If someone's sharing a story, don't respond back and try to say, well, that's cool, but you should do that. You need to do this now, or you need to do that. That's not always necessary. Just listen and go, that's great. I'm glad you got a plan, and I'm glad you're excited about your project. I wish you well with that. That's all that needs to be done, guys. We don't have to boss people around all the time. It's not necessary. Anyway, that's all I got today on the Johnny Allen Podcast / Videocast Show. Like I said, you guys have a safe holidays out there. Safe travels, all that good stuff out there. Remember, if your plumbing breaks, try to, I feel sorry for you. Just try to get someone who knows what they're doing. This company I've been with for a long time, and I've had good luck with the company until now, and I'm beginning to question the company. I will not give the company's name because I don't do that. I don't throw anybody under the bus. But hopefully you won't have plumbing issue problems. Remember, 2020, a whole new look for the show. We're going to have some guests. It's going to be neat. It's going to be really cool. We're going to redo the studio here a little bit. Going to change things up. Going to have like 2 desks, tables. You guys will see it. It'll be me and the guest, me and the guest, or the guest and me, or me and the guest. I'm just messing with you guys. Hey, anyway, have a great holiday. Like I said, holidays coming up, New Year's, and I will see you I'll probably see you in a couple weeks, all right? I'm not going anywhere. We'll see you in a couple weeks. God bless you guys and gals out there, and a Merry Christmas. And thanks again. We'll see you soon.